Hi, this is Baby Shark. Today we're going to be talking about common newbie mistakes to avoid. The first one, and one of the very common ones that we see from new players, is making a haul way too far from the gold mine. Part of the problem is probably they don't know where the gold mines are, and there's only one building you can build at first. But what you want to do is you want to look around for the gold mine. It's usually pretty close. And build your haul as close to the gold mine as you possibly can. So there's 3 squares where you can't build it, and then the next one you can, and here I'm going to put it 1 over because the peons pop from the top left corner, and I want them to be able to get to the gold mine more easily rather than having to walk all the way around the hall, so I'm going to put it there. Another common thing that we see is putting buildings in between your haul and your gold. That will just slow your peons down from collecting gold, so don't do that. Another common newbie mistake? Taking your sweet time. The building completes and you kind of stand there looking around. You might walk around a little bit aimlessly, not really accomplishing a whole lot of anything. And you have to realize this is a race. Your opponents are going to be making things to kill you with, and if you're just dawdling and dilly-dallying, you are going to be killed. You have to be making stuff one after the other. You want peons to be pumping one after the other. You want your buildings to be building one after the other. No dilly-dallying or sightseeing. This is not Sim City. Another common newbie mistake is upgrading to Stronghold too early. If you have 3 peons, 1 farm, 1 racks, you are not ready to upgrade to Stronghold. You want to be making ogres very quickly after you complete your Stronghold, and then immediately after your ogre mound, and you just simply will not have the economy to be able to afford to actually produce ogres without an economy built up first. That means you should have about 13 to 17 peons mining gold and chopping wood before you even consider starting your Stronghold upgrade. You should have also a blacksmith and a lumber mill by that point, so upgrading too early will just cost you time in being able to produce peons. You cannot produce peons from your haul while your Stronghold is upgrading, so it'll cost you that way, and it has wasted resources that you can't actually use to benefit yourself in the game for quite some time. So upgrading the Stronghold too early, big new mistake, don't do it. Another common new mistake is not building farms or peons. After the first farm that you're forced to build, if you don't make another farm, you are going to be limited in how many peons you can make. You can only have up to 5 with the farm and your haul combined because your haul supports 1 peon. You may have all kinds of interesting buildings in your base, but without an economy that is established when you build farms and peons and get them to mine gold and chop wood, you are not going to get very far if you don't continue to make farms and peons, farms and peons, farms and peons, so that you have a lot of peons collecting gold and harvesting wood to help your economy grow so that you can eventually afford to make ogres and other units to attack with. Another common newbie mistake is not chopping soon enough, leading you to get a big pile of gold and hardly any lumber. And here you can see that I'm maxed out on units. I can't build another unit of any kind. I can't build a farm because I can't afford it. And I have all this gold, but no lumber. I can't even make a farm because I don't have wood for a farm. So this is not a situation you want to be in because it blocks you from being able to do just about anything. You can't make a farm, can't upgrade your weapons. So you don't want to get stuck in a situation where you have not chopped on time. So you're going to want to pull your gold peons to go chop, because if you start making brand new peons to chop, it's going to take way too long to catch up. So you want to recycle the peons and send them to... And if you're having trouble, the lat trick helps with that, which is F5, then N, E, O, then F5, N, L, O.
Yes, my lord. Your orders.
Another common newbie mistake is making axers or archers to fight against grunts.
Yes. As you wish.
Also, just unprotected catapults are useless. They're gonna die really fast.
Yes, as you wish. Yes.
Another common newbie mistake is too many towers. Here you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then a 9th is going up. The problem with the towers isn't that they don't work. They do work. They'll give you a good bit of protection. If you get attacked, you'll be able to stay alive for a little while, but the problem is that towers cost a lot of resources, and the game is a race. So if you're putting a lot of resources into units that cannot move and cannot leave your base to go attack your enemies, you're just a sitting duck waiting for your enemy to get death knights or catapults with grunts to protect them, or ogres to be able to decay or shoot your towers. And you've wasted all this money, and then they're going to be ahead of you with technology. They're going to be able to get to fort and decays and lust and be able to destroy you while you're just sitting there. You need to be able to go. You need to be able to go scout. You need to be able to go attack your enemies. You need to go find out what your enemies are doing, or else you're just going to be a sitting duck waiting for them to get strong enough to take you down. Another new mistake is building catapults or cannon towers with no protection.
We're being attacked!
They are very easily killed by grunts, as you can see. Cannon towers and catapults need to be behind a wall. They need to be blocked in by buildings or walls so that they can't be killed right away. Another common newbie mistake is not leaving your base. You might just make a bunch of stuff even. You have units, you have a fort, but you don't leave your base. You don't scout the map. You have all this black space on the map. You don't have no idea what's out there. You're not expanding. You're not attacking. You're just not leaving your base. You're staying in your base and being passive in the game. Some people refer to this as playing SimCity. Because you're not really getting involved. You're not really being helpful to your allies. You're not really being aggressive. So the things you want to be doing are, you want to be scouting, you want to be expanding, you want to be attacking. Another common newbie mistake is making too many barracks early in the game.
Ready to work.
If you have 3 or 4 barracks early in the game, you will not be able to keep up production. So they're kind of wasting resources because you will not be able to have the farms or the gold to be building out of all these barracks. So you want to balance your production and be also producing farms and peons so that you can establish an economy so that you can support the barracks that you two have. Normally players will not make more than 2 barracks in early game. And that changes in late game. When you have several expansions, you'll want to have a lot of barracks then. But in early game, normally you won't make more than 2. Another common noob mistake is ignoring your allies. So when your allies are in help and they're saying help middle, and you have units and you're just sitting here, you're fine and dandy,
Work complete.
just playing SimCity, you have things you could go help with, but you do nothing, you just sit there. That's called ignoring your allies and is not a good thing to do if you want to win games.
Jog start.
Another common mistake is not leaving when the game's over and making people kill every last one of your buildings. The reason it's a mistake is, number one, it just wastes other people's time, and number two, they might not let you play again. So you'll want to leave when the game's over, just because when it's over, it's over.